Hello everyone, welcome to the release video of Coffee Time. This is the cooking game that I've been planning to do since last week, but unfortunately I was sick, so we decided to restart and finish it this week. If you've been watching the videos, you know this game takes heavy inspiration from Overcooked. This game is about fulfilling orders as fast as possible to reach the goal when the time runs out. In this game, you take on the role of the master barista. Each level adds a new coffee recipe to the build. Customers will then ask for a specific coffee, and it's up to you to serve it to them. So, now that we know what the game's all about, let's jump right into the game here. So as you can see, like many of my other games, I've got the three main buttons here are play, settings, and tutorial. So we jump into our settings, we just have our volume slider here. We'll kind of leave it somewhere around there. And that's about the settings. So instead of having a how to play, I thought it'd be more fun to have like a more interactable tutorial. So if you click on tutorial, you get jumped right into the kitchen. So it says here, welcome to coffee time. Use WASD to move and spacebar to interact with things. So you can go ahead and move around with that. When you come over here, it'll tell you what this thing is. So this is the cup box. This is where you get your empty coffee cups. Press spacebar to grab one. Now I got my empty coffee cup here. This is the coffee maker. This will fill an empty cup with hot black coffee, the base to every coffee. Press spacebar to use, and you can see it's filling up. That little ding tells you that our coffee is ready, so we can grab it, and now you can see it's filled, and there's a little bit of steam coming off it. This is the sugar pump. So this will add sugar to any coffee. Press spacebar to put sugar in coffee. And as you can see, it changed the color of my coffee there. You can also place the coffee down on any counter using space as well. And then this is the fridge. This contains milk. With empty hands, press spacebar to grab an ice cold milk. And so there it is. You can use milk on any coffee. So this one will turn into now a nice sugar milk coffee. That's really all about the tutorial. It just kind of shows you how to make some things. So if you have no idea, it's pretty much a good way to start. Otherwise, you can hit the gear over here and we'll jump back into the main menu. Alright, so now that we've configured our settings and we know how to play, let's jump right into a level here. So every level will kind of tell you what your tip goal is, and it gives you a little bit of a silly image on how to create each coffee. So you must collect $50 in tips to complete this level, give patrons their correct coffee, order before they wait too long, and go find another coffee. And then this little diagram kind of shows grab a coffee cup from the box, put it in the coffee maker to make the hot coffee. And then you either give it straight to the person or you put it in the pump and then you give it to the person and they will be happy about that. So let's go ahead and begin. So usually what you probably want to do is keep your coffee makers full. If the dinging is kind of annoying, then you just move the made coffees over. Here's our first customer. They're gonna want a regular black coffee. So it shows you the image and it shows you what stuff goes into it and then how long you have to fulfill this order. Let's go ahead and give them that. This guy also wants just a black coffee. We have no more coffee, so let's start making some new ones. Okay, it looks like I grabbed the entire coffee maker. Here we go. I've actually never been able to grab the coffee maker, so that's kind of a strange thing that happened, but we'll just live with it. And yeah, so you pretty much, this is the whole gameplay. You are filling your coffee and fulfilling the orders. It's up to you. You can totally choose to ignore an order as well. There's no penalty. You don't lose money. you just don't get the money for that. So if I wanted to just ignore this guy the whole time, easily could. I'll just keep giving the new customers the thing. And then he's gonna go away. Level 1's pretty easy. As you can see, I'm already almost at the goal, so just a couple more copies and we'll be good to go. And then I'll play level 2 for you as well. So yeah, the first level, pretty repetitive and pretty easy, to be honest. I find it very hard if you fail this. Because even if you just, like I'm doing here, making one coffee at a time, you're probably going to do alright. Something you can also do is, whenever you want, you can pause the game by hitting the gear. You can also play with the volume too if you want here. And then you can also just return, and that brings you right back to playing the game. Now we're out of time. So we beat the level, so you did it. You served coffee fast enough to not ruin my business. Good work, coffee maker. Keep the tips today, you deserve it. You made us $76. Go rest. So I'll go ahead and play one more level here. So in this one now, our goal is 75. We're adding in a new thing, the milk here. So this is kind of like how the milk looks. This is supposed to be a fridge, and you put the milk on black coffee to make milk coffee, and then that will make the customer happy. This one, very true to Overcooked. There's distractions kind of coming through now. So if you're having an easy time in that first level, now it might be a little bit tougher. Again, you're only still making 2 types of coffee, so the difficulty isn't too bad. But the milk is definitely the hard part. So you can see I had to place the coffee there. I'm grabbing my milk and putting that on the coffee, and now I've made the milk coffee. Something you can't do is you can't put coffee on milk to make the coffee. You have to put the milk on the coffee. I was just facing way too many bugs when trying to do it the other way around, allowing you to do almost any combination. It was just bugging out pretty hard, so it is what it is. Let's get 2 coffees going here. I don't know why I'm making the iced coffee. Let's quickly try and get this guy his black coffee. And I messed that up, so we'll just give it to that guy. As you can see, we needed 75, so we are going to cut it close, I think, on this one. Also, all the sound effects you're hearing, I created all those, whether it was from some, music maker kind of thing, or even just my voice with my microphone over here. Yeah, all of the sound effects are created by me. Alright, let's get some milk. Everybody wants milk in their coffee today. So we should be pretty good. I think if we can make another 2 coffees, we'll pass the level. Let's get that guy his coffee. I think we needed 75 to pass, so we clearly did that already. About 9 seconds left. We can for sure do the black coffee. And there you go. So we've beaten level 2. So let's say I wanted to take a little break here, then I would go back to main menu. And if I wanted to go back and play that level 1 or level 2, or I wanted to just keep going my progress, if I go to play, then I can actually play any of those levels again. So there's no kind of punishment if you decide to quit. Now if you decide to reset like the web page, then yeah, it's going to reset your whole progress. Anyways, we'll cut the music for now. And some final thoughts on this was the game was kind of a fun challenge because I don't make a lot of 3D games. However, I thought for this game it had to be 3D, mainly because Overcooked is kind of that style. And if you really want like a fun arcade kind of cooker game, then this is kind of the way you want it to go. Of course, it could be 2D, but then you kind of lose some of that gameplay and atmosphere. It was loads of fun creating all of the characters and the props inside the kitchen in Blender, so I had to actually create all of that. If you look at some of my older posts, I actually show you some videos of that. Of course, I didn't make everything, so like the music you were listening to and these props you're seeing right now, those came from just free assets off the Unity store. Of course, those things are just filler though. And some other certain things that didn't make it, where if you get a little bit farther in the game, I don't have the foamer in, so you can't make any cappuccinos, but you do still get, I think around 5 different coffees to make. So there's still a variety of coffees to create. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the playthrough of Coffee Time. There will be a link in the description to play the game, and if you've made it this far, consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. Aiming for about 50 subscriptions by the end of the month, and looking to do some live streaming in the future. There will be a new How It's Made coming out tomorrow. That one's going to be based on my top-down shooter, Troll Dungeon Survivor. So look out for that one if you're interested in how to make a top-down shooter. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for a new game.